Good day, everyone. I am Nica Dable, and today we are going to play one of the most famous Filipino games called Piko. So what is Piko? Piko, also known as hopscotch, is a traditional Filipino game that most of us have played during our childhood years. It involves a group of at least two participants, each taking turns in hopping over boxes marked on the ground. The objective of this game is to jump over a particular box that has your stone or pamato in it and to successfully finish it without stepping on the lines or outside the lines. To start the game, you are going to need a chalk or charcoal if the game is on a concrete ground, or a stick if the game is in a plain ground covered with soil. You will also need a pamato, which is usually a stone or a piece of broken pot. Playing Piko is simple. Before starting, we need to set up the game by drawing lines on the ground. This can be accomplished with either chalk or charcoal. In our case, we used a stick and drew lines like these on the ground. Now before starting, each player must have a pamato, which is usually a stone. However, any material, such as a broken piece of pot, can be used. For the mechanics of the game. First, the players must stand before the first box. Each player will have to take turns in tossing their pamato inside the fourth box's dividing line. The player who throws his pamato closest to this line gets to play first. Next, the first player will throw the stone at the first box. Then, they will jump across the area without stepping into the first box. If the stone lands on the line, the player is automatically out. The next player will then proceed with their turn. Before the player returns, he or she should pick up their stone, still without jumping on the first box. Neither the player nor the pamato must touch the line. Otherwise, the player loses their turn. The player then tosses their pamato to the boxes onwards until they reach the end. After a player safely completes all the boxes and retrieves their pamato, they will then toss their pamato after the last box. The player will step over the line and then toss their pamato backward. If it lands in one of the boxes without touching a line, that area will become the player's home or bahay. The first player to achieve a home will mark the area and will be declared the winner. Now for the game.
Inutusan ng nanay bumili ng suka para sa adobong may sorpresang aroma. Tindahan sa kanto, may nagpatintero. Ali pabili po ng isang boteng suka, ali pabili din ng pirasong bazuka. Dari pa sa lakad na iabot lamang ang suka upang payagan na magsaranggola. Nilipad ang saranggola ng hangin na nagpaalala sa bawat awit sa tawanan at bawat tawa sa asaraan. Araw palubog, tuloy pa din ang laro, pagkatapos pa lamang. Si Papi po luksong tinig at tumbang preso, mapalangit upatet, pwede at lakong syako. Dala ang trompo, nag-isip ng bago. Nanay pabili po ng break intake sa water can. Tatay galing po pambait kina ninong at ninang. Pabili lang army parachute ang kasama, at sa paglipad kasabay saranggola. Nilipad ang saranggola tabi ng laro, pagkat puspos pa lamang. Tagu-taguan, maliwanag man ang ating buwan, dala-dala ang Diyos at tansat sa
Piko may be a game that requires physical endurance as it can involve a lot of jumping or hopping combined with simple mechanics. However, it's still a game that can be enjoyable, especially when playing with your peers or families. Moreover, it is a game that can bring a variety of people together.
na nagpaalala